Rahul wakes up at 8 a.m. in Pune. He opens 3 laptops. By 9 a.m., he's silently attending 3 different daily stand-up calls at 3 different companies simultaneously.
He earns 2.8 lakh rupees a month. It is the exact same 24 hours you and I have. It's the same person, but he's working 3 full-time jobs. And no, his employers have absolutely no idea. Listen, this isn't some made-up story. This is already happening across India right now among at least 500 professionals.
So how exactly is this even possible? Well, by the end of this explainer, you're going to understand the mechanics of how this is happening, the specific tools making it a reality, and ultimately whether pulling this off is actually a smart move or a massive career risk. Let's define what we're looking at first. A ghost employee isn't some invisible phantom on the payroll. It's a real professional who appears to be a completely normal, dedicated worker. They meet all their deadlines, the work gets done, but they're leveraging AI systems in the background to handle 50 to 80% of their actual workload. We are looking at a complete paradigm shift here. These folks aren't magically working harder or drinking more coffee. They are stacking systems. They've moved away from the old model where 1 human equals 1 job, straight into a new reality where 1 human plus AI equals multiple outputs. Basically, they're compressing 8 hours of writing code, debugging, and documentation into just 2 hours. To really understand this, we have to look at the timeline. The whole overemployment movement kicked off in the US around 2021 when remote work peaked. By 2023, it grew into a massive Reddit community where hundreds of thousands of people were sharing their strategies. During all this, India was watching. Then, in 2025, after the massive IT layoffs swept across the major firms, India stopped watching and started doing. Which brings us right into the 2026 perfect storm. Essentially, 3 forces collided. First, 40% of Indian IT roles are permanently remote now. You are unmonitored. Second, highly capable AI agents can actually do the heavy lifting of enterprise work. And third, Indian IT salaries have been frozen for 3 years while workloads just keep increasing. People feel zero loyalty. It's just a rational collision driving this whole trend. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Let's look at the exact playbook they use to pull this off without getting caught. The system relies on a highly specific stack of tools. Meeting AI, like Otter or Fireflies, automatically joins calls and takes notes, while the human is busy speaking on another stand-up. Email tools like Superhuman shrink 2 hours of inbox management down to about 15 minutes. For code generation, using GitHub Copilot or Claude means finishing 3 days of coding in maybe 4 hours. And task management tools like Notion AI just write the status reports for them. But the entire system runs on one foundational principle. AI handles the volume, the human handles the judgment. And that judgment portion, making the actual decisions and reviewing the outputs, that only requires about 2 hours per job per day. That comes out to 6 total hours of real work required per day. The result is 3 full-time salaries. By the way, if you want to actually use AI to practically increase your income rather than just watching videos about it, I've put a practical system in the description below. Let's move on and look at the risks. Because, make no mistake, this is a constant cat and mouse game. Risk 1 is IP tracking. Ghost employees counter this by setting up separate SIM-based hotspots for each laptop so their networks don't cross. Risk 2 is activity monitoring. The countermeasure there is running AI mouse and keyboard simulators. Risk 3 is background checks, which they manage through total LinkedIn blackouts. But this is where the fantasy ends. Risk 4 is your tax compliance. Generating 3 Form 16s in 1 financial year triggers an automatic flag in the income tax department system. People are actively getting notices. Add to that the severe burnout from constant context switching and rapid skill decay from relying too much on AI, and you start to see the true legal and financial danger here. So we need to look at why this is happening systemically. The old contract of Indian IT was simple. You give us your career, and we give you stability. Well, that contract is dead. TCS broke it, Cognizant broke it, Infosys broke it. The ghost employee is simply a rational response to companies destroying that loyalty first. Ghost employees successfully figured something out. AI has fundamentally shifted how workplace value is measured. The scarcest resource is no longer your hours. It's not your physical presence. It's not even your lines of code. It is your judgment. And that is exactly what ghost employees have learned to monetize. So, as a professional watching this explainer, what should you actually do? Well, option 1 is to do nothing.
You can continue exactly as you are and simply hope you survive the next round of layoffs.
Options 2 and 3 are about multiplying your value. This is the safest path. You upgrade your AI skills so thoroughly that your productivity per hour becomes so incredibly high, your employer simply cannot afford to lose you. Or you use those same skills to build an ethical, parallel freelance income. I'll tell you this, every person I have trained in AI who took these options, none of them are worried about layoffs today. Not one. The practical framework for this looks like this. Step 1. Compress your current job by using AI to radically reduce the time routine tasks take. Step 2. Stabilize your performance so your quality never drops. And step 3. Use that freed up time to expand your income ethically through freelancing or building products, rather than secretly juggling multiple full-time roles. Because at the end of the day, the ghost employees of 2026 are not the real story. The real story is this. They are simply a warning, a flashing red light, showing us that AI can and will replace the pure volume of your work. The question is whether you will choose to upgrade your value before the system replaces it. If this explainer made you think, share it with one IT professional you know who needs to see it. And if you want to know exactly which AI skills protect your career right now, check the link in the description. That's all.